Israel invades Lebanon, a nation on edge. Written by Anderson Cooper, CNN. Fear and uncertainty grip Lebanon. Israeli forces have crossed the border, launching a ground invasion. This dramatic escalation follows days of intense airstrikes. Explosions rock the region, sending shockwaves through Lebanon's already fragile peace. Civilians huddle in fear, their lives thrown into chaos. The specter of the devastating 2006 war looms large. The situation is tense and volatile. Israel claims its operation is targeted, aiming to dismantle Hezbollah's military capabilities. They vow to neutralize the threat posed by the group's rocket attacks. However, the incursion raises serious concerns about a wider conflict. With tensions already running high, the situation threatens to spiral out of control. The international community watches with bated breath. Will this be a limited operation, as Israel claims, or will it ignite a larger conflagration, engulfing the region in flames? The answers to these questions remain unclear. One thing is certain: Lebanon, once again, finds itself caught in the crossfire. The spark and the fire. Understanding the invasion. The roots of this conflict run deep. Hezbollah, a powerful Shia Muslim group, has long been a thorn in Israel's side. Backed by Iran, Hezbollah possesses a formidable arsenal of rockets and missiles. They are a force to be reckoned with, capable of striking deep within Israeli territory. The recent escalation can be traced back to a series of events. Hezbollah operatives allegedly fired rockets into Israel, triggering a swift response. Israel launched retaliatory airstrikes, pounding Hezbollah targets across Lebanon. The situation quickly escalated, culminating in the current ground invasion. Israel insists its actions are defensive, aimed at protecting its citizens. They accuse Hezbollah of using Lebanon as a base for attacks. Hezbollah frames its actions as resistance against Israeli occupation. They vow to defend Lebanon from Israeli aggression. The truth is complex and multifaceted. Both sides have legitimate grievances and fears. However, one thing is clear: the cycle of violence must end. A lasting solution requires dialogue, compromise, and a commitment to peace. Lebanon under fire. The human cost of conflict. The human cost is immeasurable. Innocent civilians are caught in the crossfire. Homes, schools, and hospitals are destroyed. Thousands are displaced, seeking refuge. Food, water, and medical supplies are running low. The situation is dire for the vulnerable. The psychological toll is devastating. Constant fear has left many traumatized. Children bear the brunt of this trauma. The international community must act swiftly. Aid must reach those in need. Medical teams need access to treat the wounded, protect civilians and infrastructure. Section 4. Hezbollah's stand defenders or instigators. Hezbollah's role in this conflict is complex and controversial.
The group enjoys significant support within Lebanon, particularly among the Shia community. They are seen by many as defenders of Lebanon, standing up to Israeli aggression. Their fighters are battle-hardened and well-equipped, capable of inflicting significant casualties on Israeli forces.
However, Hezbollah's actions have also drawn criticism. Some accuse the group of provoking Israel, jeopardizing Lebanon's stability for their own political agenda. They argue that Hezbollah's military capabilities have turned Lebanon into a battleground, making it a target for Israeli retaliation. The truth, as is often the case, lies somewhere in between.
Hezbollah's resistance to Israel is rooted in legitimate grievances. However, their actions have undoubtedly contributed to the cycle of violence that has plagued the region for decades. Finding a way to address Hezbollah's concerns while ensuring Lebanon's security is one of the key challenges facing the international community.
Section 5. The world reacts. Condemnation and calls for peace. The international community has reacted with alarm to the escalating violence in Lebanon. World leaders have condemned the violence and called for an immediate ceasefire.
The United Nations Security Council has held emergency meetings, urging both sides to exercise restraint and de-escalate the situation. The United States, a staunch ally of Israel, has expressed support for Israel's right to defend itself. However, they have also called for a proportionate response, urging Israel to avoid civilian casualties.
Other countries, including France and Russia, have called for a negotiated settlement, emphasizing the need for dialogue and diplomacy. Humanitarian organizations have also voiced their concerns, expressing alarm at the growing humanitarian crisis in Lebanon. They are calling for unhindered access to deliver aid to those in need.
The Red Cross and other organizations are working tirelessly to provide medical care, food, and shelter to displaced civilians.
Lebanon's uncertain future. A nation in the balance. The conflict casts a long shadow over Lebanon's future. The country was already grappling with crises before the escalation. The economy is in tatters, political instability reigns, and sectarian tensions simmer. The invasion threatens to exacerbate these crises. The fighting has caused widespread destruction, crippling the economy. The political landscape may become more polarized. The international community must support Lebanon. Economic assistance is crucial for rebuilding. Political support is essential for dialogue and reconciliation. Humanitarian aid is vital to alleviate suffering. The road ahead for Lebanon is long and uncertain. The Lebanese people have shown remarkable resilience. With international support, they can rebuild and forge a peaceful future.